Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. We're taking another look here at Celestia, seeing kind of what's going on, and just discussing some best practice and big picture here with this coin, because there's been some interesting developments here. The price action pulled back, started to align itself with Bitcoin. Now it's starting to rally back, of course, but it's also kind of still aligned with Bitcoin, right? And we got to recognize that most altcoins, if not every altcoin, at one point or another will align itself with Bitcoin because of the simple fact that, well, it kind of has to, because there's natural corrections that occur, but also just kind of it's a sign that once there's that correlation, it may be less likely to go on another run. Okay, and what I mean by that is just it doesn't imply this is just going to never do what it did before. It just kind of tells us though that there's less propensity for that. We've seen it happen with all sorts of coins in the past. Crow coin's a perfect example of that. Back in 2021, November, cranking, hitting almost $1. Price falls all the way back down to like the dollar, the cents, cents on the dollar. Now it's back up to like the 50-cent mark. We're trying to get back through there. So again, it's interesting to see how things go, but there's different swings, and I think I wouldn't say we're on the downswing per se, but we're certainly not likely to retest the 744 range in the immediate future. Okay, again, less likely, of course. Just kind of prefacing there. So I like to kind of get that out there because folks, ask me a lot, how runs, continue. Here's some obvious issues is that we have a volume profile above the price action that's going to work as a resistance. So its average true range can actually push the price action away right there at 595. So something to be mindful of. Oh, another thing to be mindful of too, we partnered recently with Bitunix exchange. Make sure you use the link down below to register if you're considering a no VPN, no KYC, phenomenal exchange. You get a nice little trading bonus though. Link down below to kind of clarify on this here. You can go ahead and check that out yourself. But it's a really, really good benefit. Thank you so much to Bitunix for providing that little offer there. All right, so what we want to talk about is the daily time frame. Let's go ahead and work our way down here. Because again, when we've reviewed this in the past, there hasn't been tons of data. We got the 20-day simple moving average finally coming through because we got about 25 days of price action, right? RSI finally coming through as well, averaging itself out between 50 and 70. So these are some positive contributing factors, but not really enough data to note that we're in a situation right now where we can really rely on that data, right? So we have to kind of look at the 4-hour time frame to kind of get the foundation of what's going on. So let's talk about this here. We got money flow index extremely, extremely low. Now, it's commonplace to buy the dip on money flow, okay? Especially when RSI hits 30. So I wish I'd reviewed this yesterday. We could have gotten that dip and got this nice little leg up. Again, that's not a massive movement, but 15 to 20% is actually pretty big when you think about it. So it's a pretty good little swing back up. But is that going to happen again? It's hard to say specifically because we're not over 50 in the RSI. We're now kind of in this bearish territory. Okay, so when coins are doing things like this here, we can presume the price action is going to continue lower until it doesn't. Okay, so again, we kind of got this bearish type of divergence there. We've got the MACD trying to converge but hasn't fully done so yet. And of course, we are treading water above the 100-day SMA, but getting rejected by the 20 and the 50 now. Okay, so those are common trend setters for downtrends. Okay, so we got to pay attention to this here and kind of get some lines on the chart here and kind of see roughly what that could look like here eventually. So the truth is, we're not in a bullish type of situation. We do not have confirmation whatsoever to take a long at this point. I think that we're in a position where we want to kind of honor this descending trend, and I'm just gonna. And this is just an arbitrary line on the chart. This is not 100% definitive. But oftentimes these trend lines will align themselves with moving averages, and we got to respect that. These two moving averages being above the price action will work as a resistance. Once again, money flow and the information here is definitely not in a good place. So we're overall in a position right now where the price action needs to continue at this level or higher, and we'll have better shape if that is the case. But for the most part, not a great sign here. Last thing we want to look at here, and we'll wrap this up. Looks like my camera died. Apologies for that. It's the TD sequential. We are looking here at potential continuation, another 4 more hours to the downside. We have this previous support level at about 550 based on candlestick closures. That is a helpful potential support level. We want to look at the cloud though too, and just note until we get above this cloud, again, above this trend line here, we're not going to be in good shape. So there's really no reason to take a long position with this coin right now. This is basically telling us that there's no interest in a long position while we have good momentum. That momentum is starting to get fizzled out with the rejection of the lower lead in the cloud. So to me, there's really no sign in taking a position right now. And I'm sure you're probably wondering too, like, well, is there confirmation to take a short? Truth is, we don't have that confirmation either. This little window here of opportunity for a short position has closed. So in essence, the safe indication here of the cloud is letting us know that you shouldn't take a long or a short. So I regret to inform you, you got to be patient. I know that's a 4-letter word for most folks, but I highly recommend waiting on the sidelines until we find better confirmation. So this coin does not have any of the qualities I would look for in taking a long or a short right now. You're basically gambling if you do either. But there is a slightly larger statistical probability of the price action pulling back than going up based on those moving averages and everything kind of being above the price action here at that 0.382, that 590 range. Okay, so again, 590 to 620 is a strong resistance zone. Till we close above 620, I'm not going to be bullish on this coin whatsoever. All right, folks, I hope that was a good experience for you. You learned something. Comment below, like, subscribe, follow. I greatly appreciate if you jump on over to our exchange here and get things going, because it's really just mostly a benefit for you as to they're available for you. And obviously you want to continue to help grow our community. Greatly appreciate it. Twitter, Telegram, Discord, all links down below here for our phenomenal trading experience. Greatly appreciate all the new members coming on over, and happy to learn everything with you guys. Thanks again so much. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day.